We are Paul Leonard
and Bryce Graskowski,
and this is 20 Minutes of Fitness.
How's it going, Bryce?
Good. How you doing, Paul?
Oh, I think we got this all figured out. You got your fancy new Bose headphones, fresh from holidays.
New gear.
We got your fancy mic moved to the middle of us, so potentially people can hear.
Hopefully it'll hear.
Maybe.
Except we kept moving away from it.
Yeah, that's true. We're now facing farther away. But then I'd have to move that. It was a lot of work to get set up here.
That's true. We're good.
So let's resolve to do a better job of this next year.
Oh, resolve. Fancy word.
Speaking of resolving, this week's topic is going to be resolutions.
We're so close, sitting so close now.
So we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions and what they are and what the difference between resolutions and goals are, and how to set good goals and how to set good resolutions.
Roger that.
So, resolution number one is to sign up for Cupids.
Cupids Revenge, 8th annual Cupids Revenge at CrossFit West Oahu, February 22nd,
longest running competition in Hawaii.
2020.
22nd, 2020.
Oh, 20 minutes of fitness.
I can see clearly. It's going to be good.
Yeah. 2/22/2020.
It's a lot of twos.
We'll have a live podcast from it. 20 minutes of fitness at the 2020.
Yeah, why not?
February 22nd, 2000. What?
So,
that's a lot of twos.
If you guys have done Cupids in the past and are listening to this, sign up.
It's going to be better.
If you've never done Cupids before, it's your first opportunity. Yep. Sign up.
Sign up.
If you're thinking it's a good idea to sign up, sign up. If you don't think it's a good idea to sign up, sign up anyway.
Your resolution this year is to compete at least
once
a week after Valentine's Day.
Yeah, one time would be appropriate.
Valentine's Day.
And if you fall off the wagon after that, no problem.
We don't care.
Just sign up for the one.
Just sign up for that one. The links are live for athletes, vendors, and volunteers, because we need those as well. And they're key to a successful event. If you didn't listen to our previous podcast about
nutrition,
CrossFit competitions, we have.
Oh, yes, we have one about CrossFit competitions.
We had talked about that. You can listen to that.
Yeah, we talked about that a lot. That was a good podcast.
On CrossFitWestOahu.com/events. The Cupids link is live for all of those items for
what are the categories going to be this year? We got scaled, regular, old people, masters, sorry.
RX, masters, scaled, and they go in that order of difficulty.
Okay.
Scaled the easiest, masters a little harder because they're old, Paul, not dead.
Closer and closer.
Very close, some of them.
Okay, so that's our first resolution, is to sign up for more competitions. But let's go beyond trying to sell a competition that everyone should join.
Everybody should actually join that Cupids Revenge, yeah.
I mean, it's one of the most successful comps of all of the ones in the islands, actually.
I believe it's the longest running.
Longest running and one of the biggest ones. A lot of people show up to
Probably.
Yeah, it's been good.
Good.
Okay, so number 2, resolution versus goal. So everybody talks about New Year's resolutions, but a lot of people don't actually set resolutions. They set goals. They set resolutions without goals. And to be successful, we need both.
Sure.
So what's a resolution?
Let's see, a resolution. Quit drinking. How's that? That's a good one. So yay or nay.
It's a pass-fail.
100% in or 100% not in, I guess.
So let's say we're going to resolve to not drink in the year of 2020.
We're talking about
zero
alcohol, not water.
Yeah, if you were to not drink nothing, you would just die. But if we resolve to not drink alcohol, that would be one that doesn't require any goals, doesn't require any side anything. It's just
keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, just don't drink alcohol all year.
Right.
And if you don't succeed at it, you failed the challenge, I guess, and you didn't resolve properly.
Correct.
So, what if we want to go something like stop eating fast food?
Well, you could do that too.
That would be another one that's just a clean
cut. Yeah.
There's no...
The only thing you'd have to define fast food, but yeah.
That's true.
But that's,
So if it takes more than 30 minutes to cook, we're good. If it's under 30 minutes, not allowed to eat it.
30 minutes is a long time, man.
Well, just did fast food.
Yeah. I was thinking like...
You're thinking no
not
McDonald's.
eating Cheetos. Because they're fast food.
Maybe Cheetos.
I'm gonna stop
Cheetos
eating
because they have a cheetah on them, okay?
Horse move too fast.
I saw somebody on
start
Instagram
eating
was
turtles.
eating a big platter of horse in
Do you
Japan.
think turtles are more healthy than cheetahs because they're not fast food?
Hey, I've seen the tortoise and the hare. They win. They're fast.
That's true.
Okay, so you can pick something specific, and if it's a specific and measurable item, like don't drink alcohol or don't eat fast
A
food,
yay or nay item.
then you can use that as a resolution, and that's a fair resolution.
Sure.
Now, what about if I want to say, I want to be healthier in 2020? Can that be a resolution?
No.
Yes. It can be a resolution,
but
but it
it's not
requires background
planning.
goals to make that happen.
Or
Or,
some planning.
I want to be fitter in 2020.
Well, that's not even English.
If I just say I would like to be the most fittest, the fitness increasing level.
Is that a word? Wait a minute.
Fittest?
CrossFit's the, what is it? Something about the world. What is it? The
Fittest? Yeah, fittest is a word.
Yeah.
It's a
Most
thing.
fit?
Wake up. Fittest.
Is it actually? Is it? Or
Oh,
is
yeah.
it most fit?
If CrossFit says that fittest is a
Did
thing,
CrossFit
it
come up
is.
with a word that doesn't exist?
Maybe that's how they're able to make
possible.
that claim that is
Fittest
the
on
fittest
Earth.
on Earth, because no one knows what fittest is.
No one wants to be the most fit on Earth?
The fitter,
Is that a thing?
the fittier.
I don't know, man. But I do
Okay.
know
So if I
being
want to be,
fitter isn't a thing. It's
So-
more fit.
if I would like to be fitter in
I say that.
2020,
I say that like I know. I barely know how to speak English.
so if I want to be fitter in 2020, and that's going to be my goal, my resolution, sorry, what goals would I have to put in to make that happen?
Well, you need to measure how fit you are first, I suppose.
Okay.
Okay, so you need a baseline.
So let's say I do Fran on December 31st,
There you go.
and then I do Fran on December 31st next year.
Sure.
As long as I get better, then I
Well,
succeeded at that resolution.
you've already come up with a fucking horrendous word of a resolution. What is fitness? First off, how many things are you going to measure?
I could
Well,
say it in 100 words.
We know what fitness is. It's what is it? Muscular stamina,
Broad time
or
domain,
muscular
blah, 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 blah,
endurance,
blah.
Cardiovascular. No, cardiovascular.
It's on a wall
or
here somewhere.
muscular stamina. It's on the stairs, actually.
There you go.
On the stairs. Strength, speed, power, coordination, flexibility, agility, balance.
So I could just get slightly better at balance, and I would be fitter.
Yeah. You'd have to measure a few of those to get your, or all of them, I guess.
So let's get more into the specific
Let's
answer,
pick
though.
something that's
No,
better.
let's go with fitter. So
Yes,
if
fitter.
we want to be fitter,
Fitter.
we need to use a SMART goal. A
Yeah.
SMART goal being something that's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and
Yes.
timely, or a set
SMART.
of those,
Right.
so we can record the level of fitness.
Sure.
So if I want to say I'm fitter,
Well, you'd have to ask yourself what would make you feel like you're fitter.
yes. And maybe that would just be getting a six-pack.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go to Long Strugs, pick up a
Clean up your-
six-pack,
there you go.
boom, fitter.
Yeah.
No, not going to work.
Not gonna work.
That's about as close as I'm getting right now.
So if you do the fitness
So let's go to be healthier.
specific,
Well, healthier is an equally hard one, really.
healthier is just as bad as fit.
Yeah, because if it's like, okay, well, I just want to be healthier next year. That's a
Well,
fair
let's
resolution.
pick what is your resolution, Paul? What are you looking for this year?
I don't really do resolutions.
Oh, you bastard!
Not really my thing. I was talking. My wife does do
Wait a
resolutions.
minute, we have one of these Whoop straps. Is that going to help us?
So Rhiannon
Our
last
title
year
sponsor?
did 19 for 19. So she had 19 goals for the year 2019.
Oh, okay.
So she had specific goals like go for a hike once a month, and she did that every
Nice.
single month. Or finish
Measurable.
Bo's baby book, which is actually not done yet, so she better get on that. She's got a few days left. But she did 19 specific measurable goals
Cool.
that she did. So doing 20 for 20, that might be a way to have a resolution.
Sure.
Because each one of those 20 would have to be something specific. But Rhiannon asked me if I'm going to do 20 for 20. And I said, no. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense for me to do it because I just kind of do things.
Right.
So, like, I don't have to make a goal to compete more in CrossFit or a resolution to, because I'll just compete whenever it seems like convenient at the time,
Okay.
which is quite a bit.
So that's you're not measuring, is what you're saying.
No, why?
I don't know.
No, I don't need to.
Sure. I guess. I don't know.
But some people do.
Why do
some
we
people
need to
want
make
to.
resolutions?
I don't.
Okay. Some people do, I guess.
So if you want to make resolutions, we should make sure that they're clearly defined and measurable
Yes.
so that you can actually say that you got better. So,
Well, you said you wanted bigger arms this year.
oh, that's true.
To look
so
like me.
I want to make my arms bigger so that I look more like Bryce.
There you go.
So I'm going to shave my head, aged 10 years, and...
Fuck.
No? No? Oh.
So how would you figure out if you did that?
Okay, so let's say I have a resolution to make my arms bigger.
So specifically
So
how
option-
big?
so
Bigger
op-
doesn't mean anything.
Well, that's what I'm about to say.
There you go.
Option A, I can go to fast food more.
There you go.
I can make these arms
Probably
bigger.
what you're going to do.
It's not going to work out well for anybody.
Probably where you're going.
So the more likely way to make my arms bigger, if that was my resolution,
Is
would-
buy a karaoke coated
yeah,
curl bar.
karaoke covered curl bar.
Cerakote.
Cerakote. That doesn't make sense.
No.
They made that up.
So Paul bought a Cerakote
Curl bar.
curl bar.
It's red.
Red Cerakote, or as he
Yep.
says, karaoke. Karaoke coat.
I don't know why I thought it was spelled that way.
It's not.
But
Ceramic
I
coated.
sounded it out.
Yeah. Same stuff they use for guns.
So, yes,
These
and
guys.
the reason I bought that is because I've decided I want bigger arms.
There you go.
And I'm going to do curls. But see, that's why I don't make a resolution out of it, because I know already I'm not going to use it.
It hasn't even arrived,
It hasn't even arrived
from the
yet.
mail.
I'll use it occasionally, but like very
Well,
occasionally.
all right. So we're gonna measure your arms.
Okay.
Because we need to know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And how big are we going?
Not much bigger.
20-inch guns? Be like
It's more of a-
24s, like Hogan.
It's more of a definition thing,
Ah, definition. Okay.
which is harder to measure yet.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, you'd have to measure your body fat and your arms
That's true.
and size. You can measure the circumference,
Measure the
the
circumference,
girth,
and then the pinch test,
do the
I
pinch
guess.
test, yeah.
And then however much I can pinch, and then check a month from now the circumference
To see if
again,
you're getting bigger,
and
right.
the pinch. And then ideally the pinch is getting smaller, but the measurement's getting bigger.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah. So there's your specificness of what would your goal be? Maybe a ½ inch in a month.
That'd be a lot.
That'd be a lot. Yeah.
That'd be a lot.
Maybe cut some of the fat down in a month. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
So
the
you'd have
goal
to
might be
set
to make
some
them
numbers.
smaller actually first, and then build them up. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to set some numbers of your.
And then come up with a plan.
Or you could get on your little Photoshop. You could cut your arms off and put mine on, and be like, "That's what I want my picture to look like." That would be a specific goal.
No,
No, I didn't think so.
I don't think that's going to work well. So, we need to come up with a strategy, though. So if I
Yeah.
do want to make my arms bigger, I need to say, okay, 3 days a week,
Yep.
I'm going to spend 30 minutes doing arms.
Yeah, because we don't do much curls here.
No, we don't. We don't do any isolated movements on arms, ever.
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time you really did curls?
Well, if you're doing the extra strength track,
When was the last time you personally did curls?
it's been a couple months,
Couple
like
months.
7 months.
The last time I did curls was actually a month ago at Kukio because they had dumbbells and I was doing like resort gym style stuff.
Okay,
And I was actually pretty impressed that I could curl as much as I could
that's
because I don't ever curl.
Yeah, you don't need to curl.
So that being said, if I want to specifically grow my arms, I gotta do curls, I gotta do tricep extensions, I gotta do like skull crushers.
Mostly triceps. It's
Yeah.
2/3 of your arm.
Yeah, and they
Gonna help.
make the biceps stick out.
Sure.
So
All right, so there's your first part. What you're gonna do? You're
Yeah.
gonna do some specific working out on the arms.
yes. And then measurable because I'm gonna measure it
Yep.
and then I'm gonna measure the difference.
There you go.
Or I guess I could also do a 1 rep max curl. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah, you could do that.
That
That's
could be my
strength.
measurable
That's a
way, too.
strength measure.
that's true, but you gotta think if my strength goes up, they gotta get bigger.
No, that's not true.
Well, that's true.
That's
I'm
absolutely
way
not
stronger than you, and yet my arms don't look so big.
Oy,
Way stronger.
right.
And that's being realistic that I'm way stronger than you,
That's
right?
not true at all.
Okay. Is it achievable? Very achievable.
Being stronger than me isn't, but whatever.
Timely. I've got way more time
Well,
on my
achievable,
side.
yeah, that's,
Yeah.
you definitely have way more time. You don't do anything. You don't do any curls, that's for sure.
So, but yes,
Is
I
it
would have to.
realistic? No. You're
Is
not
it
gonna get
realistic
bigger.
that I'm going to do it? No, probably not.
Probably not for you.
But it is realistic. That
it's
you
more
can do it.
realistic. The realistic part of the SMART goal setting is actually, is it a realistic goal of,
Yes.
I want to add, if you said your arms are 18 inches now. You want to go to 24 by the end of by July. Not realistic.
Or let's go into numbers that are more more normalized. So let's say deadlift. If you have a 300-pound deadlift right now, to say you want a 600-pound by the end of the year,
not realistic.
Not very realistic. Right. To get to 405, yeah, that's very realistic. Or, and actually, if you start at 300, maybe you could get to.
Unless we adjust those goals and we're like, I want to get a 600-pound deadlift. I'm going to go on. I don't know, Rich Froning's keto diet.
There you go.
And then all of a sudden, bam!
But even still, even if you were on Froning's diet, to add 300, to double your deadlift, can you imagine if you had to double your deadlift?
God, no.
Oh,
That'd be a
man.
nightmare.
Let's try to pull 1,000 pounds off the ground.
Nope.
No, not in the goals. Is it possible? Yes.
Not in a year, but...
Not in a year.
No.
No, not without a lot of Froning's diet.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't even think it's possible even with that, but you never know. So,
a lot of meat.
What's the most common New Year's resolutions? What do you think?
To get in shape and lose weight, number one, right?
That's probably most people's.
One
of the things.
Quit smoking, quit drinking.
Quit smoking, quit drinking.
Those are probably top three of it.
Yeah. Or get fitter, might be one.
Yeah. Stop beating your wife. I don't know. Have you stopped beating your wife yet, Paul?
Nope. Haven't started.
You should start.
That's why
then you got a resolution.
So I have a resolution. I've got a couple of days yet this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Most people's goals are just they're short-sighted and they're not very specific. It's that.
Or they're too specific. So my mother-in-law did a bunch of goals last year, and one of them was for her to work out for 20 minutes every day.
Okay.
Which is, it's specific.
Well, the realistic part is already the everyday is not realistic.
Yes.
You already don't. You don't work out clearly at all if you're going for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So you don't actually know that, you'd have to slowly build up to an everyday, and probably not going to happen after a week.
So it's still a realistic goal, but not realistic for that individual.
Right.
So that's one of the problems, is making sure that we pick specific, measurable, achievable. That's probably where she failed. It's not achievable for her to do it every day. So if she had said, I'm going to work out one day a month, it probably wouldn't be enough, but at least it'd be specific, achievable, realistic.
It's better to set a goal that's achievable than that's too little, right? Like that.
Yeah.
I'd rather somebody says, oh, I'm going to work out once a week versus 3 times a week and not do it, because you're more apt to just straight up quit.
And if they do show up once a week, there's nothing stopping them from coming more. Still.
Right, exactly.
So as long as they hit that minimum once a week, they're still doing pretty good. They can
and
feel
you're
good
feel
about
good.
themselves.
You're going to feel good that you're achieving your goal, even if it is too small. You'd be like, I got this. This is easy. I'm gonna amp it up. Also, another thing with that timely, that's a big one. Most people set a year goal.
Yes.
Like, this year, I'm gonna blah blah blah. That's already a loser, because you're gonna wait and you're not gonna think about it until, I don't know, October, November. You're gonna be like, oh man, I said I was gonna start working out. I got 2 more months. I'll start next month.
Yeah, I got 2 months to go. Don't worry about it.
You're better off setting like a quarterly goal. That way you could fail 4 times in a year.
Maybe a 30-day nutrition challenge.
Ooh, a 30-day nutrition challenge is great.
So you could start on the 6th and do a 30-day nutrition challenge?
Yeah, and you start at CrossFit West Oahu that day.
Ah, I hear that place has a good program.
Start working out, get healthier, fitter.
But that might be a very good way to start. Right? To start a 30-day challenge.
Exactly.
Then it's a very specific timeline. Anybody can eat really clean and be dialed in for 30 days.
Yep.
Now, the next portion of it, though, is to not just binge back after.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens to a lot of people. They'll go hard for 30 days, and then they'll drop off the bus.
Yeah, you absolutely, once you achieve your goal, if you set it, do it right, you should achieve it in a timely manner, right?
Yeah.
And right from there, you set a new goal.
Yes. So then they get the next goal of, okay, I lost 5 pounds of fat.
Yeah.
Now my next goal is either to gain muscle
Yep.
or lose more fat or maintain a certain level.
Well, a lot of people that join like a CrossFit gym in the first month of the year, they do your 30-day challenge, they lose 20 pounds, feeling better, looking better, they're like, this is great. They spend another couple months doing CrossFit, and then they kind of fade off, and that's mostly because they don't have a new goal to go towards, and they need to set a new one, like something like do a 30-day challenge, and then be like, hey, I want to compete. What can I do? What's my next goal is to compete.
Or
hey,
I want to get a pull-up.
Are there any cool events coming up? I mean, I heard Cupid's Revenge is coming up in February, so there's that.
So a lot of people will have small micro goals that help it happen, right?
Sure.
So like Rhiannon, when she first started, her goal was to do a pull-up.
Yep.
And she couldn't do a strict pull-up. So we put a pull-up bar in the laundry room door right by the kitchen, and she would try to do pull-ups every day. And by the time she started CrossFit, she could do 3 strict pull-ups already.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And from there, now she can do, we did
Muscle
the
ups.
WOD yesterday with 8 strict every round, and she had no problem doing 8 strict every round for all the remainder of the
Well, why doesn't she have a muscle up then, Paul?
She does.
On the rings. What's going on over there?
That's
I
one
know
of her
you got
goals.
rings at your house.
She actually has been trying
I know.
every day.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know why she hasn't, but it's not from lack of trying.
Yeah.
But her bar muscle ups are on point.
Yeah, definitely.
So going from pull up being the goal to just get a pull up to be able to get her whole body over the bar.
It's huge.
And one thing that's probably going to help her muscle up, 30-day nutrition challenge.
100%, yeah.
If she can bring her body weight down 10 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever's realistic for her,
Could be the straw.
that'll get her an extra inch higher,
Yep.
and that's probably enough to flip over.
Yeah.
Although I'm huge in fat and I can still do them. So
I
don't
kind of
know
feel
where
like
she's
once
got
you
that.
get them, you get it's that feel, right? It's more of a feeling and getting over the fear.
Yeah, and teaching your body to move right.
Right.
And that's something I haven't figured out entirely on ring muscle ups, right? And that my right arm doesn't turn right.
Yeah.
But
Chicken wing.
I can still do them all.
Maybe your resolution needs to be stop chicken winging. Just do strict.
How about my New Year's resolution is to go get more chicken wings?
Probably is, yeah.
Buffalo.
Protein, yeah.
High protein.
It's good. It's good.
Good fats, I guess.
I'll have to think of a resolution. What do we got? A couple days left of the year?
Yeah, I think the first is Wednesday.
One of my resolutions was to do a little better at planning things like Cupids.
Okay.
So I did that.
So
I got pretty much everything planned, all the website stuff up, the registrations live, all that stuff. And
all
we're-
before the end of the year.
We're about 2 months out, so that's right where we want to be.
And by comparison to the previous year, how far were you along at the same point?
Hadn't even thought of it. Yeah.
That's kind of on you because you
Or
really
maybe
should have
not
thought
thought of it, but I hadn't started anything. you know?
Being that it was the 7th year in a row, I feel like it should have at least been on your mind.
I don't know. I'd have to check. I'd have to see what day I posted, but yeah, it was.
You feel like you're more on your game this
Yeah,
year.
we were, I think, a month out when we finalized the workouts, and like 3 weeks out when we finally videoed them. So we've pretty much got them finalized this week. So
We have to video them soon?
Yeah,
That sounds like a lot of work.
yeah.
I got a feeling I'm going to have to do workouts.
You probably will.
Um,
And you have to wear a dress and a wig.
done.
Yeah. All right.
How about I wear flails?
Yeah. God no.
I'll wear sports bra and flails for the video.
We should. That'd be great. That'd be hilarious.
If I'm the girl.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's good.
Okay, so specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely goals that make up something that is your resolution. So if you're gonna resolve something, pick something that can be defined. So either something specific like don't drink alcohol, or if you're gonna do something that's generalized like get fitter, decide what that means and how you're gonna achieve that. So getting fitter might be just getting more mobile.
All right.
That might be fitter to somebody.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if that's the goal from the get-go, you could achieve it by figuring out a way to do it, and there you go. And if you happen to be a part of something like CrossFit West Oahu, talk to your coaches. Get help on making these goals. Make it realistic.
Plans. And people out there, post up if you have a specific goal, or if you don't, we can.
We'll make up goals for you.
We'll interact with you online.
We'll tell you what you need help with.
Yeah. Just send us your picture. We'll tell you what your goal is.
Pictures and PRs, please. We'll let you know what we think.
Mile times, all that good stuff.
No judgment, just judgment.
Only judgment. Judgment-free zone, except when we're judging, which is always.
So, that being said, if someone is going to come into CrossFit West Oahu with a resolution and they want help with it,
sure,
who should they talk to?
You.
Yeah.
It's your idea.
I'll talk to people.
No, with anybody. Any of the coaches will definitely help you. And
any of
if
the
you
coaches
need a specific plan, I definitely have some of those.
And if you don't want to talk to someone that looks all jacked and everything like Bryce, talk to me. But for real, talk to someone else in the gym that you do feel comfortable talking with.
Yeah, a good thing to do is to find a peer that you know went through the same thing as you and ask them how. How'd you get there?
We have some members who have lost over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
So
ask them how.
Ask them how to make that happen, and ask them what.
They will love to tell you.
That's right. They'll help you set specific goals.
What I find is most people that achieve something want to tell everybody.
Yeah.
First rule of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Talk about CrossFit.
Okay, drink the Kool-Aid, guys.
Register for Cupid's Revenge, CrossFitWestOahu.com.
And it is New Year's Day today, so Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Now I'm going to move over the dropping barbells.
Where
are you? Dropping barbells.
Clunk, 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 clunk.